to talk about being a shaman and believing in yourself and your magic. So, I consider myself an Akashic shaman. A couple years ago, I felt very mixed feelings about calling myself that because I have never had any quote-unquote formal training with shamanism, and my higher self and guides were saying, hey, you already have those templates within you. Yes, if somebody has never had experience in those areas, they do definitely need to go get trained. However, there are some of us that have different incarnations as alchemists and shamans and priestesses and energy healers and different modalities. When you reach a level that you can connect with your different incarnations, you can actually channel from those different versions of yourself and learn through those lineages in that tutelage. I reached a level where I could access those of myself through doing all of the inner child healing work that I have done to self and with others. I taught myself how to jump into different timelines and speak with them in real time. That's why I'm such a huge proponent of inner child healing, because it's an easier way to learn how to do Akashic work, because your inner children have memories. They're more tangible, they're easier to access. And once you learn how to do that, it's a hop, skip, and a jump over to your different incarnations, or what people call as past lives. There's one day where I fully accepted, that's me. I practice shamanism, and as soon as I accepted that about myself, whole entire worldscape opened up on multitudes of fields within the Akasha with myself and with other people. The reason I'm sharing this is because I had an insight from my higher self a couple days ago saying that I should start teaching people how to become Akashic shamans, specifically Akashic shamans, because there's many different types, but this is one I know how to do. And I had a little bit of trepidations about that, because it's one thing to do it yourself, and then it's another thing to teach somebody else. And I've already been doing it in multitudes of different forms with people, but this would be a bit more of a intensive invocation. It requires a lot of diving within oneself, and persons have to be at a specific type of consciousness in order to go through that, because to be a shaman, a priestess, an alchemist, it requires a whole lot of heck of self-awareness and willingness to look through one's shadows. I was thinking, why do I want to teach people this? One of the reasons is because when I go into people's Akashic records, I am able to meet with different beings and different ethereal guides, go to different planetary systems. I see so much advanced technology that has not been seen here on this planet, in different types of plants and herbs and medicine, different types of astral travel devices. There's so much, but I'm only one person. I'm doing what I can on my level to share all of this information with everybody. You've probably seen videos of mine talking about, I have to tell you something that I found in somebody's Akashic records, right? But I was thinking, if there were more persons that were able to access this level of dimensional places out in the ethers and bring that information back here to integrate into the collective consciousness and into our communities, how quickly that we could expand as humanity. And we already are, and I'm not saying that I'm the person who's going to lead that forefront, okay? There's tons of people out here doing that, but I want people to have more access to these different dimensional planes, because it will help accelerate everything. And what I like to akin that to is Nikola Tesla. He was definitely tapped into different dimensional planes of existence. He was reaching into the future and bringing that stuff on back here. Okay, so what if we had a whole bunch of people that were able to do that? It would be amazing. I have also been able to vastly expand what I am able to do by learning from cosmic and etheric beings that are not here on Earth. Yes, it's great to have human guides. We can learn so much from them, but I'm talking about beings that, you know, are in these very advanced planetary systems that I'm going in to learn from via going into other people's Akashic records. More people that could do that, it would not only advance them, but it would advance our whole entire community. Hopefully y'all can hear me because they're doing some lawn work out here, with blessings. Thank them for that. What this would look like is in my one-on-one mentorship container. This is not something that can be done in a group because everybody's experience is so different per the individual. What we would be doing for 16 weeks, every week we would meet on Zoom, and we would be going deep within your Akashic records, first with your inner children, because that is more tangible and it's easier to access that way. We would be pinpointing deep trauma wounds that are in your energetic system that probably have ties to other incarnations as well, and me teaching you how to speak to their level of consciousness in real time. It's not reconciling memories. It's actually going back in time and space, time traveling, and absolving them from that and pulling it all the way out of your Akasha field. The trauma, not the inner children. Okay? And then we would start working on the different incarnations and helping them heal with things. Not only helping them heal, but you can also find mentors, teachers, and guides within your Akashic records that want to come forward and help you in this incarnation. Also, you can channel gifts and abilities from them as well. When I was learning Reiki, I didn't understand it. It wasn't conceptualizing, and so I put it down. A year later, after I learned how to connect to my different incarnations, I found a Reiki master and I started working with her, channeling directly from her, and I didn't have to learn Reiki as in depth on this plane of existence. It's something that was already within me that I had to unlock, and I was just learning straight from her, which, yes, it's great to have teachers and mentors and guides on the human 3D plane, but if you can find a mentor of yours that's from the same soul, you'll have similar energetics. You're going to be able to ingest that information on a much greater scale because they know how you learn best. It's not to discount getting mentors here, okay? Because you may not have incarnations that have been practitioners of whatever you want to get into in your Akasha field. So sometimes we have to go out and actively seek them to teach us how to do things. Once you learn how to become the shaman of your own life and reach these depth levels within, you can do that for others. Whatever you can perceive in for self, you can frequency read in another person, and then you know how to help them because you have done that for self. This is going to be for persons who want to specifically learn how to astral project into the cosmos and the ethers and meet with different cosmic beings to bring back information and technology to create changes within the world. You are a esoteric seeker and bringer backer. There's probably better terminology for that. But then also at the same time helping inner children heal and helping different incarnations heal. It's a very expansive form of activations, upgrades, and healings. If you're interested in learning more about this, you can go to my website on my link or in the comments. It's currently under the Shaman Healer. I'm about to go in and change all the wording though, because we're going in this whole new direction. And one of the reasons that I wanted to share this too is as soon as I said, oh yeah, I can do this, and I got rid of that self-doubt, the whole entire template downloaded in of how I'm going to do it. Because I embodied that higher self version of me when I said, I can do it, I believe in me, and I believe in my magic. But if you want to learn more about the program, the gist of it is on my website, but I will be going in and changing the wording. But if you have questions too, feel free to reach out to me on social medias or email me.